AF Garage here. Another S10 video. So we are going to be removing the dipstick. I don't have it with me right now. Off of the actual truck, and then we're going to be replacing that little seal, which I don't know. We'll see. Little seal, yeah, right here. We're gonna try and put that on the truck, and hopefully it stops smoking. I might use some silicone. RTV might fix the problem. So let's just get started. I have ordered maybe a replacement, but I'm hoping this fixes it and I can just return the other thing. So I'm gonna try and do a time lapse. So let's get to it. All right, so we're trying something new with overlay of me talking, but yeah, here we go. It's a 3-hour job. About an hour to do the disassembly, hour install, and an hour of RTV and drying onto the seal. I ended up eating dinner at the same time. You'll need a 12mm socket, a half-inch socket, though a 13mm might work. Quarter-inch drive ratchet, 3/8 drive ratchet, maybe even a half-inch drive ratchet. Basically, better to be safe to have all of them. You'll never know what you exactly need. Assortment of extensions, swivels, that sort of stuff. And starting out, I would recommend removing the vacuum line to the brake booster, and then also pushing the throttle cable to the other side of the dipstick. Then there's the 12mm bolt holding the dipstick to the heater core line, hard line. And then there's a half-inch nut holding the dipstick to the exhaust manifold. It's like a bracket thing that you want to undo that nut, and then the dipstick will just wiggle out. Like probably I'll have to twist it, but other than that, should come out. It's pretty easy for the most part. Just took a while. Installation is exactly the same. You just do everything in reverse, and make sure to put the RTV on, and that will seal it. But let it dry so it doesn't stick to the block. All right, so this is the seal. I don't know how to feel about it because it looks to be perfectly fine. I mean, it's dirty and gritty all over the place, but there's no tears on it. But this amount of oil around it, I would point towards the seal not sealing anymore. I mean, it seals on here pretty good. Obviously, it's not going onto the block the amount it should, so I doubt this is going to fix it, but I'm going to clean this up. Okay, so here we have the two seals, this being the newer used one, and this one being the one off the truck. I have to like go around the camera. So you can see there's cracks in this one. This one was just the same size crack, but over here, but when I was trying to rub the oil off, it cracked down more. That's the one off the truck. This one is the one off the parts engine, and it seems to be in a lot better condition. Don't know, they look the same. The only thing to note is the old one had a lot of grit between the seal and the pipe, and I'm assuming the pipe and the block because it was around, or between the seal and the block, because there's a lot of grit around the outside of this. So I need to try and get paper towel down and wipe the block away, see if I can get some of that grit out. And then I don't know, I don't want to put RTV on the block where this seal sits, because that has a chance of getting into the oil. But you need to try something, so you guys will be along for the ride. At this point I have to put this seal in. I'm probably gonna put some RTV around here. Oh, by the way, that was a pain to do for just 2 bolts. So let's get to it. Okay, hopefully you can see, and hopefully you can hear me. I got this thing seated down, and there's some details I left out, and I'll tell you guys when I pull you back up and use a different camera. But here we go. it's seated down and it's ready to go. I'm using a action camera to be able to record this. I wish I recorded the whole thing, but I forgot to hit play. YouTuber problems, am I right? It's in. I just need to get bolts in. Ooh, maybe I'll do... camera sequence. Yeah, we'll try and do this. See if you can watch what I'm doing. Now you can't really see what I'm doing, which is just fantastic, but there's a bolt back here that I need to put back on. And see if you can sneak this guy in here. You go under, and then on to it. And I have to do it this way because there's no other good angle and I don't have an impact or any ratchety thing. Hopefully you can hear my audio. Now you stay on the oh man. See if I can find more extensions. I have one more extendy. So the problem is you bind up the universal joint. So you gotta pop it off, turn it slightly, and get her to unbind. You can't really see this, but it binds, take off, put back on, give it a crank. Really, it should have like 2 universal joints, but we do 2, and then if I had anti-seize, I would put that on here to hopefully make it so that these nuts would never freeze onto the bolts or onto the studs like a lot of other ones do. Okay, that guy got on pretty good. Now I'm gonna remove my crazy contraption. Well, it's in there pretty good, so I don't worry that it's gonna come off. Actually, gotta do this first. Way that fell. And we are back. Hopefully this time without losing the guy. That would be annoying. Very, very annoying. I spoke too soon. Hashtag COVID. There we go. Okay. Okay, we got to a spot where I can now do something. I don't know what that was. Spin this. And now tighten it on. Very slowly. So yeah, I'm gonna put on a time lapse or something, I don't know. Alright, so I didn't really film the brief install back in. I had I had this little camera recording, but it had died. I had that tiny little camera set up, and it stopped recording, and I didn't notice it, so I didn't set up the time lapse again. So I'm sorry, but hopefully on the teardown, I will tell you all the things in voiceover or something, so you know what to do. Install is just literally the opposite. Real simple, super easy, no big deal. But yeah. That will be all. So, AF Garage signing out. Hope everybody has a good whenever this goes up. So, weekend, day, I don't know. Yeah. So, peace.